Cruise news. One cruise line is making a bold move to remove many thousands of cruisers from their loyalty program. Plus, another cruise line has been reported to be stashing items well below the ocean's surface, then they're coming back to retrieve it months later. I'm going to get you all of this along with the top 10 cruise news updates from across the cruise industry, and I'm going to get you the information fast coming up. Welcome to the Travel Scouts. My name is Jason and we are your cruise information channel. We get you the cruise news and information you're looking for quickly without wasting your time. So if you love cruising, consider subscribing. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. I'm going to get you caught up with the cruise news, starting with number one. One cruise line is stashing items below the ocean surface. Late last year, 𝗲𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 stashed 1,700 wax-sealed bottles of wine in the Norwegian Sea. It was put at a depth of 111 feet where the average temperature is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. 6 months later, crew retrieved the wine and it was then made available to passengers on 𝗲𝗏𝗃𝗃 ships. This was a hit with cruisers, so they have now deposited another secret stash. This time they placed 4,500 bottles of wine into the sea and they plan to come back and retrieve it in June of next year. Number two, Royal Caribbean opened their first ever holiday marketplace on the Oasis of the Seas cruise ship. This marketplace provides Oasis of the Seas cruisers the opportunity to purchase Christmas ornaments, home decor, treats, toys, and other souvenirs to remember their holiday cruise. They also had Santa available for pictures. The Oasis Holiday Marketplace will be available on the ship until January 7th. If the trial goes well, we will likely see this concept on other ships next year. Moving on to number three, Carnival Cruise Line has increased the price of their water again. The first increase came in November of last year and it was noted to be due to inflation. With the latest increase, the 12-pack of 16.9-ounce water bottles increased from $9.95 to $11.95. The 1.5-liter bottle went from $3.95 to $4.50, and an 8-pack of the 1.5-liter water bottles went from $20 to $24.95. So this latest round of price increases represents a markup of between 14 to 25%. Next, number four, Royal Caribbean's new Icon of the Seas cruise ship just received 10,000 plants. This new ship recently completed its construction, and it is now going through its final preparation before its inaugural sailing at the end of January. While in Spain, it onboarded 10,000 live plants. Most of these will be for the Central Park area on the cruise ship. Royal Caribbean has noted that the Icon will have 20% more plants in the Central Park area than any of its predecessors. The Icon of the Seas does have a horticulturist on their staff. They will have the responsibility of maintaining the care and appearance of all of these plants. Big job. Then number five, one couple on a Carnival cruise was stuck with a flooded suite on their holiday sailing. This took place on the December 16th sailing on Carnival's Mardi Gras cruise ship. The couple booked a suite and paid $6,000. When they boarded the ship and went to their room, they found that the floors were soaked, dirty, and had a musty smell. The water was from heavy rain that had impacted the ship. The couple asked to switch rooms, but they were unable to do so because the ship was at max capacity, meaning that it had no rooms available. And the situation continued to get worse. The couple reported that the smell became stronger as the cruise went on. The staff placed loud blowers in the room for 8 to 10 hours per day in an attempt to dry it out. The noise combined with the smell made it unbearable to stay in the room. The couple requested a refund, however they were only offered some onboard credit at the time that the cruise ended. Okay, we have 5 cruise news pieces remaining, including the top headlines of the day, but quick question, chime in down below. Speaking of this suite that flooded, it got me to thinking. Kelly and I, we have never stayed in a suite. We've been in interior rooms, ocean view rooms, and a lot of balcony rooms, but never a suite. So here's a question for you. Have you ever stayed in a suite on a cruise ship? Chime in down below with A for yes, or B for no, and would love to know your thoughts on whether you think it's worth it. I will look forward to reading that, but now, on with the cruise news. Number 6, sad news. A 41-year-old man went overboard from Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Seas cruise ship. The Vision of the Seas was approximately 127 miles east of Charleston, South Carolina at the time. This occurred this past weekend. Sadly, the Coast Guard called off the search for the man yesterday. Let's definitely pray for this man's family. Number 7, American Cruise Lines has announced that they have 5 more new cruise ships under construction. This is due to the high demand of river cruises. Each of these 5 new ships will be used for the U.S. market. and they are scheduled to be delivered within the next 2 years. River cruising is certainly booming. Some of you may recall that earlier this month, Viking announced that they were adding 10 more ships to their fleet for river cruising in Europe. So right now we are seeing a huge growth in the river cruising fleet throughout the world. Moving on to number 8, I have an updated Carnival Cruise Director schedule. It has been quite a while since I have issued an update on this, and there have been a lot of changes. So if you would like to see who is scheduled to be the cruise director on your next Carnival cruise, I'll put that information down in the video description. Next, number 9, Royal Caribbean has canceled 2 cruises. One is for the Allure of the Seas cruise ship and the other is for the Freedom of the Seas cruise ship. Both had their sailings canceled that were scheduled to depart on April 26th of this upcoming year. Royal Caribbean said that they have decided to use those cruise ships on those dates for full charter cruises, and they said that impacted guests have been notified. Then number 10, Disney Cruise Line is making a bold and controversial move where they are removing thousands of cruisers from their loyalty program. The name of their loyalty club is the Castaway Club, and this change came about as they updated their loyalty program terms and conditions effective immediately. With Disney, you become a Castaway Club member after you complete 1 sailing. And historically, once you were in, but that has changed. Now the new terms state that, quote, membership will automatically terminate without notice if a member does not book or complete an eligible Disney Cruise Line cruise within the activity period. So how long is the activity period? Well, the terms go on to state, quote, the activity period spans 5 years after the debarkation day of the member's last eligible Disney Cruise Line cruise. So if you have not been on a Disney Cruise Line cruise in the past 5 years, your loyalty membership has automatically been terminated. This resulted in many thousands of past cruisers being removed from the Castaway Club. Disney has made no comments in regards to what they see as the benefit in making this move. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, subscribe and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with the latest cruise news and information. The next video will be coming out soon, but until then, keep on cruising and we'll catch you in the next video.